vlog is currently on the render. Well, it looks lock screen at the minute, so I'm just gonna have a swig of Powerade before I head out. Because, you know, yeah. Powerade. Right, let's hit it. Time to get some breakfast. I need some coffee. Okay, so if you're in the shade, it's windy and nippy. So I need to get into the sun. Because I only came out in my top and shorts, which is always an interesting approach. If I go in the right direction. So over there on the corner is where I took the Mason's Corner shot with the American flag looking down the bridge. Once you're out in the sun, it's beautiful. It's just when you're in the shadow, there's a little bit of a wind, and I've got to go down to 1,500. I've been recommended to go to Mai Mai. But I'm going to try and find this cafe and see what's along on the way. Apologise if the camera keeps shaking. I am trying to keep it still. I haven't got a bag today, so whenever you see the camera shake really badly in some of the other videos and I've got the rucksack on, the rucksack digs into my shoulder as I'm trying to keep the camera in the middle. Sometimes you'll see the camera out to the side. That's just me cheating, trying to relieve the stress on my shoulder. It's like getting into the true suburbs of San Francisco now. Some of these buildings are amazing. I'd love to know how long these have been standing. I love like the architectural history. I don't like I like architecture. I don't design it, I don't make it, I'm not that in depth with it, but I love to see how these buildings are made or the time period or the story behind it. I love the story. Yeah, I'd definitely like to come out here more. Maybe like get an actual motorbike or something. Allows you to go further out. This is what I like, this is what I want to do. More of this. This is what I'm working towards. I couldn't help myself having another egg breakfast. That little place, Mai Mai. Really good little breakfast. My laptop is on doing its render, so hopefully by the time I get back it'll be complete and I get to upload another video. One's already gone up today for me. Here would have been like 7:30 or 8 this morning. Everyone back in the UK would have been around like 4 PM, 4:30 PM, whatever time zone you're in, you'll be there. They're going to be at like random times as well, not going to be at like set times every day. Coming up the last bit of this hill. It can be quite difficult juggling a camera and trying to keep it steady, holding another Starbucks whilst walking what feels like near vertical up a hill. I've just got to head back to the hotel, check my laptop because it was doing a render. There'll be another vlog going up then, and carry on with the plan of today, which is to head out to Golden Gate Park. That's where we're going to pick up the vlog again and my little mission out there. Alright, so I carried on my adventure across. I've got the painted ladies behind me. Unfortunately, as I was on my way here, I started getting challenged by various people that are homeless and not very nice. So unfortunately, I had to resort in putting my camera away, which means I didn't get to do many pictures or record much. I'm generally quite a stubborn person. I generally detest putting my camera away because someone challenges me. But when it gets to the point that it's like every 5 meters someone's trying to challenge you because you're holding a piece of equipment in your hands, I had to take the safer option, unfortunately. I'm not far from the Golden Gate Park, which is my destination. So I'm going to crack on. I thought I'd stop here on my way though. Some great views up here. Alright guys, 2 battery changes later, back on the road. Got my orange and cream soda, actually amazingly nice. Got to play some live music now. Now I've got into Golden Gate Park, so it's really sunny. So I've just got to keep drinking the fluids. I've got a Powerade in the bag as well. And it's a beautiful place. So that behind me is the California Academy of Science, and on the map. It's still quite far up, so I'm going to start making a bit of progress through, but this place is absolutely amazing. To think that like this is on the edge of San Francisco, or part of San Francisco. That's always cute. I'm just coming up on one of the nicest little bridges. It's all built out of stone. Such a cute little bridge. So although I advise everyone to walk everywhere, like if you're in London, walk. If you're, you know, go anywhere in Europe, try and walk, because you'll see all the hidden little secrets. And even though I walked down here to the Golden Gate Park, and I walked through a really rough area, I walked through like a super rich area, and I walked through like a medium kind of area where people seem to be alright doing for themselves, or the area just looks nice. It's definitely worth the walk to go through all the different places and to finally come down here and walk the whole length of the park. Even get a bike, but just the views are absolutely amazing. So walking around this park has given me a real kind of like time to think about what I want to do, and like the channel, and also the gaming channel as well. For a lot of people that don't know, I have the Drake gaming channel. I don't know, it's this openness, the fresh air. Even though you're in the middle of a city, you can hear the cars all around. There's this like fresh air. Trying to work out like my style and what I want to do. You know, there's more than just holding a camera and shooting it and hoping for something to come out the other end. There's a style of editing, there's a style of like music, and I think I've really like quite happily cemented the kind of music I like using, which is like the kind of hip hop, kind of jazz beats. I like jazz. I listen to quite a lot of it. I listen to all music. I listen to so much music, like variations, genres and types. But I think my favourite at the moment now, like I'm 30 years old, I know people say like age is nothing. What I'm enjoying is jazz and hip hop mixed together, like urban. So being here is quite fitting, like being in San Francisco. They play a lot of jazz anyway. They have a lot of like jazz bars. It's kind of like part of what San Francisco is, to what I can tell and what I know. Really loving it out here. It's just a shame it's like one of the most, well, the expensive place to live in the whole of America. But it's definitely my mission now. It's definitely on my roadmap to some point move out here and live here. You know, it might not be this year. Well, it won't be this year, but it might be next year. Or if it's not, it may be in the next 5 years, or it may be in the next 10. Having that thing to aim for, that drive, something to push to, you know, like this trip coming out to San Francisco, albeit California, has been my drive and motivation for a couple of years. And you go down different routes, and there's, you know, one minute you may be getting really close to it, something comes up and you have to divert like your money or your time, and you know, but eventually the persistence has paid off and I'm out here. So I've been chewing up the miles, I'm now here. We started all the way down here. And I've got that much to go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come out onto the main 36 and walk down. I probably won't do the rest of the park. You've done well. And look at the view of this place. Absolutely amazing. I've done well to chew up the miles, and at some point when I come to editing this video, in one of the corners, or I'll do some sort of edit, I'll put in the actual mile counter, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see how many miles I've walked. You've got to bear in mind I've walked, oh sorry folks, you've got to bear in mind I've walked from the east side of San Francisco all the way to the west. Just had a really good moment where a complete random stranger, whilst I was doing some photos, just came up and was just like, hey, that's a cool camera. Didn't seem to have the mindset and body language that he wanted to take it off me and run. We got chatting about like just the area, different bits of photography, what he does and his travels. And he started asking me about this camera setup, what lens, what body, what mic, and you know what it was, because a lot of it I have like covered up so you can't see the make. Really nice guy, and it was a great opportunity to hand him one of my cards. All the information's gone to my like YouTube and Instagram, and, you know, so you can follow my content and see what I do, which is great. And I love meeting people like that. I love meeting people that are interested in the tech and what I'm doing as a whole, where I want to take it, you know, and sharing what they do and how they want to use the technology, because we all use it differently. And that is such a great thing. That's like giving me such a boost right now, like to carry on. And this is probably one of the most randomest days that I've had. I kind of got up and was like, oh, I've got so much work to do, kind of felt a bit down about it. Went out, spoke to the guy in the hotel, said, where can I get a proper California breakfast? I went there, had a great breakfast. It's my 1500 California Street, and kind of got my way back to the hotel, took a little bit of extra detour, got another Starbucks. I know I shouldn't, I really need to cut them down. And, you know, got back in, did a load of rendering, and looked at the clock and was like, oh no, it's like midday, I've lost half a day. Thought, you know what, I'm still gonna go out. My leg feels better. I said in one of the other vlogs that I'd like, an old wound was coming back and it was trying to aggravate. So I rested it yesterday, and off I go. And here I am on the other side of San Francisco. I've been through areas which are low and run down, and made me really think about life, made me really think, like, appreciate what I've got back home, and appreciate like the difficulties that are happening. A lot of companies and people try and like put this light over that it's all great and everything's hunky-dory, and it's, you know, and you walk through that area and you see how bad it is, like how much people are struggling and they're being forgotten about by like their own country and state. To then come through to areas where people, you know, have the most drastic looking houses or cars, or, you know, they're just lavishing in money, and then it makes me feel sick, because like I kind of want that as a drive to be able to do things. I want money so I can go places, because everything costs. But at the same time, is money makes me feel sick, because if I've then got money and I'm able to travel and go places and do things, there's going to be somebody somewhere that's not. And that's a bad way to think, you know. At the end of the day, if you work hard for it, it's yours, and it's a fair argument. But at the same time, I want to work hard and do things for other people, do things for people that can't legitimately like get that opportunity in life because of some sort of like born problem, or, you know, something's happened to them somewhere down the line, or they were like doing really successful but something happened to them in that point. Oh yeah. Cleared up the mind and made me realise a little bit. But then to meet somebody who is, you know, American themselves, but they're travelling about, they've decided to chuck everything that they had away, you know, like, and then to say, right, got to rebuild. How do I want to rebuild my life? How do I want to start this again, start afresh? And so he chose to travel, get a van, travel. And I'm sure if you're traveling in just the States, that's amazing, because it's so vast. A little bit of a mini kind of like speech, but like more opportunities to come out, more opportunities to record and just see the US and other countries, you know, not just be in the US alone. Like, I've been to Mexico already. I want to go back to Mexico, it's so good. And just, oh, yeah, there's more to come. Just about make it out. The sea! Reaching distance. 1 mile, I'd say. It's been a long walk. And it's just coming up to 6 PM. And you got to think I left around, had to be around like maybe 12:30, 1 o'clock. It's been a long walk. I've stopped a couple of times, I've taken a few detours, but worth it. I made it! Actually made it down to the beachfront on the west side. What a journey, what a walk. Oh. I'm gonna go down to the water. I've got to get my toes out. I've got my shoes on my bag. And for those that are watching, I know I've spent so long, so many months not drinking any drinks. I had to treat myself to a Red Bull. It's been a long walk, long journey. I'm going to put my feet in. I don't know how cold this is going to be. Woo! A little bit. Amazingly cool. Cheers guys. I'm going to enjoy a nice long walk along the beach. Refresh my feet and enjoy my Red Bull. I just want to put it out there to my brother Paul. When are we going surfing, dude? Come on, man. Like, bring a surfboard more. The guys are picking the shit out of this crab. I think I need to put my shoes back on and head back up to the road. But what an amazing view. That was worth the pain in my feet and my left leg to come all the way down here. But the great thing is the adventure continues, because when it comes to the weekend I'm going to be moving on to the second part of my adventure. It's going to allow me to be even closer to the sea. I can't wait. So I got my Addies back on. It was lovely seeing you West Coast. I'll see you in 3 days time. I'm going to carry on my journey now. I'm going to climb up this hill and see how far I can go around. Aim of the game is to try and get to the Golden Gate Bridge and walk underneath it, which is something I've wanted to do for a long time. Time is pressing on though. So it's now 6:30, so time is getting away from me. I was speaking to someone down there and they're saying that you can see the whales spouting up here. So I'm going to come up and see if I can get some shots of whales. But I can't spend too long. Sorry if this is shaky, but I'm using my bad arm. So I can't be too long. It took me a while to get down here, which means it's probably going to take me longer to get back because I've got to go all the way around. But if I can get to the Golden Gate Bridge, then I know I can get back pretty easy. Alright, so I'm going to try and show you guys, but you can actually see some whales out there spouting. I think they're a bit further than this lens. I'm not too sure the history of this place, but looking down at it, looks like it may be of some sort of like fort or something, or you know. But if you know, let me know in the comments. Obviously, I'm gonna have a look when I get back to the hotel. But it's a pretty fair sized structure. Just got out to the Land's End viewpoint. Pretty serious. Well, I think that's officially the closest I've ever been to whales. And they look pretty damn big from here as well. Even on camera they look absolutely huge. Amazing sight though. I'd love to see them up close, maybe in the water one day, but they are somewhat endangered. Alright guys, so I'm coming around to the Golden Gate Bridge now and should just be coming around the corner. Oh wow, that's something else. And what a beautiful day, what a perfect day to see it. The sheer size of it, scale. So I've probably got another 2 hours of walking ahead. It is a mission I have set myself. I'm going to have probably the biggest dinner you could imagine. I apologise if the camera's shaking a bit too much. My arm is starting to get a little bit loose. Mission is probably, I'd say, about 65%. I will get there. I'm not going to let myself fail. I've set the marker now. Oh, that was amazing. I hope you saw what I saw, guys. You gotta think those spouts of water have got to be an easy metre and a half high. They are huge. Oh, this is another good shot. Okay guys, to give you a quick perspective of where I am, how far I am. That's the bridge. And I've got to get to it. I've got to get underneath it. I'm quite far out. And the sun is still up. It's still rocking and rolling. The problem I have is when that sun goes down, then I've got problems. So I'm now putting a bit of speed to it. Legs are still holding up fine for the minute, touch wood, and gonna carry on. Wish me luck. I'm probably walking through one of the most richest parts of San Francisco, homes wise that is. Some of these houses are just absolutely incredible. They've got to be in the millions and millions and millions of dollars in value. Bumped into someone, whether you believe it or not, he was saying that the guy that commissioned to build and owns the tallest building in San Francisco has like 3 or 4 houses up here. That just pretty much says it all really, doesn't it? But I'm trying to make my way back now. The sun is starting to go down, so I'm trying to get to the bottom of the Golden Gate Bridge before the sun goes down. But even then, if I can get past the Golden Gate Bridge and look back and take some photos, they will be absolutely incredible sunset photos underneath the Golden Gate Bridge. Okay, so I've swapped over to my little M10 camera to give you an update. Had to save my big camera. The battery was getting a bit low. Obviously I want to save it for the probably the best shots I'll ever take. I would have been really disappointed if I got there and the battery died. But can you blame me? This view. I don't know whether this was some sort of defence system or absolutely massive. I'm not too sure where I need to go now, but I'm right by San Francisco Bridge. This is getting quite surreal, guys. The more the sun goes down, the more speechless I get. It's just absolutely amazing. It's a trip of a lifetime. I can't understand what that meaning is now. There she is. Golden Gate Bridge. Guys, sun's going down, wind's picked up, and I've just got to the main entrance of the Golden Gate. It's getting really windy up here now. Now that the sun's just settled down, the wind's moving in. I'm getting blown about all over the place. And the big camera's just about dead now. There's a second battery. It'll be interesting to see how much the memory card I've used as well. It's 64 gigs. It'd be amazing if I filled that. But it's starting to get cold now. I've only got a top and shorts. I did pack trousers and a jumper if need be. But hopefully if I get to the other side of this bit, I'll be sheltered from the wind. But a little bit gutted I didn't get underneath the bridge with good enough light. Oh, another day, depending how my legs and feet feel tomorrow, I'll I'll try and get back out here tomorrow. It's not too far.
Pedestrian on sidewalk that is for bikes only. Make your way off the bridge. That sidewalk is for bikes only.
Fuck me, that made me jump. It's not that far really from where I'm staying. I go north around, so I'll see what I can do. I just walked underneath the Golden Gate Bridge. There's the higher level part, and hopefully I'll go down there and walk underneath that bit. Maybe tomorrow or the next day, otherwise I've got to return. But what an amazing sight. And that, folks, is where I need to be. That is still probably one of the longest walks I've done in a long time, and still trying to make it back, really. It's not that road I need, it's the next one. I don't think there's a road. Oh, there's a path. Nearly there. Nearly there. Can you ask for more? Oh, can you ask for any other better? You can tell I'm getting tired now, guys. I'm not even going to bother editing that out. You can't ask for a more better backdrop than that. You've got Golden Gate Bridge and a golden sunrise. And a golden sunset. Oh god, I'm gonna stop. We'll catch up when I'm getting dinner or when I'm back at the hotel.